I've been broke 5 times in my life. 5 times, less than $100 in my name. Like, that's embarrassing. That's probably one of the most embarrassing things that I had to do as a man. Ask other men, hey, can you lend me money for some rice? What if every time that you spend money, you felt good about it? I remember when I was there last time in Nantes the Royal in Dubai, and it's like, oh, I need to pay 15, dollars equivalent in dirhams for a tea. It's like, damn, that's a very expensive tea. And it starts all of this blah, 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 in my mind. And if you value money because you are earning your own money, you give value to the money, and you're like, okay, I could have spent this $15, for example, in Paraguay, eating a whole steak, half a kilo of steak for the same price, or I could have done this or that. It starts with this bargaining. The same with the flights. Did it ever happen to you that you're like, oh, this first class flight it's $10,000, or this business class it's $4,000, but I'm not gonna spend it because I could use it in something else, like ad spend, or I could use it in the monthly rent for $3,000 instead of a 6-hour flight. Why should I exchange these 6 hours of pleasure for a month of rent in an amazing apartment in Colombia or in Brazil, right? So we start with this bargaining with ourselves. Even if you're making money, I know people making 200k a month and still asking themselves, oh, should I buy this 4k trip? Bro, you're making 200k, but it does not matter. It's not about the amount, and you know that. It's about the mindset, and it's about, there are some things that still feels like it's expensive, So that's why I transitioned to credit cards and these rewards points and all that stuff. It helped me with 2 things. Thing number 1, let me put this here before I go to the gym. So I was inspired, so time to share this with you. Thing number 1, when I spend, every time that I'm spending, I'm feeling happier. Right now I'm feeling just like better, like cool. I'm spending money, but I'm collecting points. So because now I could get some redemptions up to 10 cents per point, I know that it's effectively a 10% cashback. No bank gives you 10% cashback. None of them. 1%, 1.5, 2% cashback, 3% up to X amount. But if you learn this game of redeeming the points and the miles, you can literally get cashbacks that no bank will give you ever. Because they assume that you will just go to the Amex portal, to the Chase portal, and like a loser, go there, oh, let me redeem these Amex points, and then just lose the points. Like everything that took so much time and effort to build, you just lose it with a poor redemption. And that's what I want to talk here. Every time that you spend using credit cards, it's better because you know that you can effectively then turn it into cashback with the flights. Number 2, redeeming them. So when you learn about these crazy redemptions, 7, 8, 10 cents per point, it just gets so much better. Because you know that effectively every time that you are spending $1,000, you are getting $100 in like a check for future flights. Every time I'm spending 10k in something, it's like, great, I just wrote a $1,000 check. So just makes me feel better about this purchase, like getting everything discounted 7, 8 or 10%, which is fucking amazing, to be honest. So why not learning this? That's what I'm telling myself. Why didn't I learn this much earlier? So yeah, it's one of the points. This bargaining with myself, that's the other advantage. Every time that I'm spending, it's like, yeah, I'm spending this amount, for example, living in Dubai, 5k, 6k, 10k, 15k. There was some months, 20k, video production stuff. Easily, not getting any fancy thing, then it just goes higher and higher, And especially if you're living in areas like this one, this is Atlantis the Royal, this is the Palm, and let me show you here. You have the Burj Al Arab in there. I also visited, and it's nice. It's nice to have these Burj experiences, give yourself this, safety, this quality of life, this beauty. We have the gardens over there. So these are the St. Regius Gardens, and this counterproductive type of thoughts. Be like, oh, am I spending too much? I could be living in Florianopolis, Brazil for 6 times less, basically. So like for 2,000 a month, 3,000 a month, I live like a king in there. Paraguay, I live like a king in Paraguay, in Asunción, for that amount. And here I'm just like spending much more, and oh, what if, and it's all of these things. Even if I'm making, a great month, wow, good figures, good numbers, still this thought is here. Why? Especially if you are a parvenu, somebody who does not come from a noble royal family or anything like that, like a rich family. You will have this thought because you know what it is to not have money. I've been broke 5 times in my life, 5 times, less than $100 in my name. And after making dozens of thousands of dollars, poor management, poor mindset, boom, back to less than 100. 5 times. Like literally asking for money to buy rice and bananas and water to friends. Like, that's embarrassing. That's probably one of the most embarrassing things that I had to do as a man. Ask other men, hey, can you lend me money for some rice, basically? So, you know, all of these things led to, hey, am I using the money properly? It's not coming from nowhere. It actually comes from somewhere. And I'm aware of that. Just like, yeah, I need to, you know, put in place the strategies that help me not spend so much time thinking about this. So using points, using miles, for example, not paying taxes. That was another thought that I had here on my mind. That's why I created this company, First Class Citizen, that helps successful business owners pay legally 0% taxes, collect multiple passports, and just like say fuck off to the, you know, legal system that tries to enslave and take away the hard-earned money from the entrepreneurs, right, and the business owners. So that's why I'm doing it. Great, boom, I released. Having to think, oh, end of the quarter, end of the year, I need to pay X amount of dollars to the government, whatever it is. In my case, Spain, could be America, you could be Canada, you could be UK, Australia, whatever it is. Just like not thinking about that. Then the other one is not having to pay for flights anymore in my life. That's another huge hack, huge advantage. So yeah, when you remove 2 of the biggest expenses you have as a global citizen, as a first class citizen traveling around the world and, you know, doing business, just gets fucking amazing, fucking sensational. Like having that all my ad spend now it's put through cards that give me 4 points per dollar with the Amex Business Gold. Yes. So that's it. Reflection for now. It's not just about the points and the miles, to be honest. It's far beyond that. And yeah, with this, I go to the gym, and I'll see you in the next video. Talking more about points and miles, and, you know, leveraging systems and just hacking it instead of living a mediocre regular life. Not for me. Miquel Gironès from Dubai. I'll see you in the next one.